Hello, what's going on, guys? Hello, hello. Having a slight audio issue here, so give me 1 second. Hi, gamer. Hi, Ren. For some reason, the music was not coming through on the intro screen, but it's coming through now. So the music's a little too loud, let me know. But hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, the audio was not coming through on my intro screen. And I was trying to figure it out, and I couldn't figure out why. Hello, Fang. How's everybody doing? Getting yourself 300, we're having to adjust. Quick is interesting. You got this, Hero. You got this. I have faith in you. Doing some hunting? Nice, gamer. What are we hunting? Hey, congrats, Fang. Happy early anniversary. Raph, she's very sore, but otherwise doing good. And my brain's hardly ever braining these days, so I can't say shit. Yeah, Book is doing good. She's sore. She's hurting, but she's alive, you know? She's like, you know, she's at home, all that. Type whoever shines first. Gotcha, gamer. Dex is the worst. Yeah. Not in a very long time, Ren. Hi, Caro. Yeah, no, she woke up today and like everything hurt, and she spent the majority of the day in bed. She spent the majority of the day in bed today. White 2, double grass, either 2 chances of shiny or 1 chance. I get you, gamer, I get you. See, that's not supposed to be happening. I just fucking tested that. Hang on, let me... Why is that happening? Why can I not fix this double audio thing? But anyways, drink. The finger's doing good. I've got the Band-Aid on it. Right, Fang? It would be the middle finger. Third that missed in the Discord, I was moving stuff around in the sink that I needed to make some space, and I had one of my really good knives, like really good knives, in the sink because I had just used it the day before, right? Number issue now and said, yeah, no, I mean the earlier you catch it, the better meta. But the knife was in the sink like this. And so I reached down to grab something and my knuckle went shink right down the blade. Oh God, Raph. And so yeah, like I almost took all the skin off the top of the knuckle. Like it almost went clear through and just took a chunk off of me. It was pretty bad. The knife is super sharp. I use it for like filleting fish and different things like that. So yeah, it is super sharp. What you got, gamer? Next time, punch the cop. Dude, I wanted to. He was being such a dick for no reason. So gamer, initially it didn't hurt, right? The knife is that sharp that like I just kind of felt something weird and was like, huh? And then I looked down and was like, ah, shit, that was a knife, wasn't it? And then I looked at my finger and was like, yep, that was a knife. But like, I almost didn't feel it. But no, like, I was just trying to talk to the cop and like plead Book's case that like, hey, you know, this guy was clearly going way too fast for this road. And the cop was just like having an attitude and like being very like, I'm the cop, I know what I'm doing, I know better than you, don't talk to me. Like, just on that ego trip kind of shit. And I was like, dude, I'm literally just trying to have a conversation with you, okay? I'm the one that's gonna have to deal with everything with the insurance, and then that's gonna happen next. I'm just trying to get all the information I can get right now. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. There's no need to get all, you know, have an attitude with me, dude. Just fucking talk to me man to man about the situation, right? I'm giving you my opinion on the situation, and I'm asking you for yours. That's it. I just want to know what's in your report and what your opinion on things is. That's it. Like, why are you giving me such an attitude like I did something here? And after I will give him credit, after I called him out and on it and was like, dude, come on. I'm just trying to have a conversation. There's no need for that. He calmed down and he talked to me, but like initially he was being a dick. I was like, dude, come on. The fuck is your problem right now? And then, like, you know, he was like, well, speed doesn't really matter in this. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Florida just passed that stupid super speeder law where they're throwing people in jail for their speed, and you're gonna tell me speed doesn't matter as if it's not one of the major factors in this accident? Like, come on, dude. And he's like, well, this isn't super speeder, it's 50 over. I'm like, or 30 over on the highway. What's worse, doing 30 over on the highway or 30 over on this road? Which is the worst situation? Like, are you out of your fucking mind, dude? If the guy's doing 55, 60 in a 25, that's a huge difference. Like, of course it matters. I'm like, how is she supposed to, like, judge if it's safe to go and everything else if the guy's doing double the speed limit? Exactly, Rap. That's what I kept trying to tell her for the last 36 hours is like, look, everybody's essentially okay, right? Everybody survived. The car's the only thing that's gone. It's okay. So Florida passed this law called super speeder. If you're on a highway and you're doing over 100, or on a non-highway doing more than 50 over the speed limit, you get arrested. There's no ticket, you just get arrested. A basic rough cop that wasn't listening, your dumbass cut yourself. Sounds like it. Yeah, I mean, you're not far off on that one, gamer. So, and unfortunately, you know, like, I tried to talk to both, like, look, don't say anything to the cop. Just tell the cop, I don't know what happened. Don't say anything else. She's like, oh, well, I already told the cop I didn't see the guy. I'm like, well, you can't say that. Like, you can't admit fault right off the bat. And so I'm so mad at myself, though, because I've been wanting to put a dash cam in her car for a long time. Like, I've run one in mine for years, and I kept meaning to put one in her car, and I just never got around to doing it, and now I'm kicking myself. Well, like, Ren, in some instances I get it, right? So we have, like, all the roads in Florida are essentially highways, right? 90% of the roads you go on around here, the speed limit's 45, 55. And so people tend to drive pretty fast down them because they basically are like highways. And so I get where they're coming from with the 50 over is an automatic arrest. But the thing that's fucked up that they did on it was anything over 100 also counts as super speeder. So if you're doing, you know, 90 and a 55, you get a ticket. But if you're doing 100 and a 70, you go to jail. And that to me is a really stupid aspect of the law that I don't agree with. Because I can tell you, like, you know, most of the highways around here. Oh shit! And it's doing that again. Son of a bitch. Wayne, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. How you doing, Wayne? I hope you had a good stream. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you all are having a good night. Yeah, it's weird how they did it, and it kind of over punishes some people while under punishing others. Dark Souls Remastered died a lot. Nice. I still need to play Dark Souls. That's still on my list. I have a lot of games on my list. Gravity's your enemy. Wayne, you do remember you're like flying isn't an ability in Dark Souls games, right? That's not a thing as far as I know. I really want to know why it's doing double audio, because it should not be doing double audio. Every time I think I fixed it, it's not fixed, and I can't figure out where the double audio is coming from. You're gonna do when it comes to... What's that, Raph? What's your plan? I share lots of snake pics, Sparrow, but... Hi, Mika. Today was feeding day. No, you cannot fly. You can fly, but it's only once and it's directly down. Meta, that's called falling, not flying. At this point, the gravity is bullying. You want the class to pick up the receipt, take the bus to the shopping center with a shopper. Rap, why don't you just bring the receipt with you and go directly to the store? Wouldn't that make more sense? Or am I just stupid? I'm still debating on when exactly I'm gonna pick up the game. Like, do I want to get it immediately or do I want to wait a week or two? I'm not sure how I want to do it. Because I'm gonna want to play it on stream, but I feel like playing it on stream immediately on release is a bad idea. So I'm trying to figure out a good timeline to get the game and start playing it. You don't want to, I get you on that, Raph. That makes sense. I still would just bring the receipt with me, though, and not have to do all that back and forth. That's still what I would do, but I get it. Hang on. I really need to try this double audio shit. You recommend day one, hit a face with a vial. Oh, damn. You doing all right, Caro? That's gotta hurt. Downside to playing on release other than a billion other people play. So the thing is, Ren, like, I know a lot of people are gonna be wanting to play it themselves and avoid spoilers, you know what I mean? So I feel like playing it on stream right at release is a bad idea, because a lot of people are gonna not want to tune in. It's the best game since Horus? Damn. High praise. So yeah, I feel like waiting at least a couple days, maybe a week or two, let people buy it, play it, at least get through a good portion of the game before I start streaming it is a better idea. I heard for a few minutes after it happened, you talked with your friends, warming up, you weren't paying attention. Oh God, Kara. But hey, at least you're like doing something, getting some exercise and whatnot, right? Just, you know, protect your face moving forward. Maybe pay attention a bit. Like you did, you don't give a damn about the story. You just want to know if the gameplay is good. Fair enough. We'll see. I think it comes out on a Thursday, if I remember correctly. So I was kind of debating about maybe just waiting and like picking it up over the weekend and just giving it a couple of days. You want me to stream on the same, you got classes the following morning? All good, Raph. Not like Silk's on your point, everything like the plague. See, but that's the thing, is there are going to be people like that, because I know when Scarlet and Violet came out, I ran into that problem where a lot of people weren't tuning into the streams because they didn't want to be spoiled on it, you know? I'm on both of your games today, as right now I'm undefeated since they won last week too. Hell yeah, Carol, let's go. What if it doesn't want supposed to? Do you have Game Freak execs tell you to just upgrade or quit? I don't know that that's really an option on this, Nick. How are you going to upgrade if you've already got the Switch too? There's really nothing you can upgrade to. Although it could be like Scarlet and Violet where it doesn't run like it's supposed to and Game Freak comes out and says the game is operating exactly as intended. Y'all can shut the fuck up. That's always an option. Dude, when they said Scarlet and Violet was operating as intended, and I'm like having Pokemon glitch through walls and like negative frames per second in the rain and shit like that, I'm like, really? This was your intention on this game? Are you out of your fucking mind right now? That's your response? Alright, I gotta keep my phone where I gotta keep track of the phone, because I gotta make sure Book isn't messaging me that she's in need of something. Because basically right now, if Book needs anything, I have to get up and go do it for her. Most of them don't run like they're advertised all the time, and yeah, no, that's a good point, Nick. But yeah, if Book needs anything, I gotta be ready to jump up and go help her. She can't really walk right now, so. So actually, here, hang on. Let me pull this up. So this is her ankle, if it would focus. So that's her ankle. And then that's her knee. So, yeah, she's a little banged up, to say the least. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, buddy. You haven't got any games that run well on Unreal 5? Damn. Yeah, Wayne, she's doing good. She had a car accident yesterday, coming home from work. So she's a little banged up right now. But overall, she's good. Nothing broken or anything like that. Just a lot of soft tissue damage, you know? So she was making the left into our neighborhood, and there was a guy coming down the street going way too fast, and she misjudged the turn and turned in front of him. So like, this was her car. And the dude that hit her is all the way back there in the ditch. So yeah, it was a pretty scary moment. I was actually at the USF football game, and she calls me crying and freaking out since I had to leave the game and rush home and get to her and deal with all that yesterday, and then had to take her to the emergency room and get checked out. So, like I said, thankfully nothing broken. I was really worried she had broken her leg because of how much pain she was in. and how much trouble she was having walking, but all the x-rays came back negative. Just a really bad sprain on her ankle, and just a lot of deep bruising on her knee. Yeah, so basically, like, when she got hit, her ankle got twisted because it was on the, you know, on the pedal. So when she got hit, she spun and her ankle rolled off the pedal, and her left knee got knocked up pretty hard into the steering column. I will say the car did its job though. Very happy with the car. You know, the front end got completely ripped off the car essentially, but the passenger compartment was completely intact. That's gonna be the fight, Wayne. The cop who did the accident report, he didn't issue any citations for the accident, but he did put her at fault on the police report for failure to yield the right-of-way. So we're gonna have to fight with the insurance company, with ours and his, over how much his speed played a factor in the accident. Because the speed limit on the road she was on was 25. And I mean, look at where his car ended up and all the damage that was done. He was going well over the speed limit. Like, for him to do that much damage and go that far through a ditch, take out a fence and everything else, I mean, he was going double the speed limit. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, Spritzee, it was. So I got the report's in with the insurance company, so we just gotta wait and see now what the insurance company does. But his speed was excessive at the time of the accident. Like, she spun all the way around, like, and got pushed back too. Like, this wasn't like, hang on, I think I got a picture that shows the intersection better. Okay, so like here, right? In this one, you can see like where her car is at. It's half in the grass and it's before the intersection, right? Like look, the intersection is starting there on the right side of the picture and her car is up on the grass. That's where she ended up. But the accident actually took place in the middle of that intersection. Right? And so, for her to get spun around completely, do a 360, and end up on the grass before the intersection starts, from being in the middle of the intersection making the turn, like, that's insane for that to happen. I mean, the car's not getting fixed, Ren. The car is totaled. So as soon as the insurance is settled, we're gonna have to replace her car and get a new one. But yeah, as soon as we get her car replaced, it's I'm gonna have a dash cam ready to put in at the dealership before she drives away. Yeah, definitely getting a dash cam immediately. Hey, all good, Carol. Thank you for stopping by. I hope your head feels better. But yeah, so we're gonna have to fight with the insurance company on it because, you know, like, even though like the cop says she's at fault for failure to yield, you know, the insurance company is gonna come back around and say, you know, it's X% her fault, Y% his fault. And, you know, if they really look at it right and do everything, it should end up being at least closer to a 50-50, like a 60-40 situation by the end of it. Like, they're still gonna put more fault on her because she was making the left-hand turn in front of him, you know. But with his speed, I mean, the cop was giving me an attitude about it, but the guy was easily going double the speed limit. For him to hit her and go that far afterwards, like, that was my argument to the cop ran, was like, how is she supposed to safely judge the turn if he's going 20, 30 miles per hour faster than she's expecting? She's on a road with a 25 mile an hour speed limit. She's expecting a car coming towards her to be going like maybe 30, 35, like at the most. And if dude is doing 50 plus miles an hour down that road, like, come on, you know? Like, how are you supposed to judge that safely? And it's where I was saying earlier with like the super speeder law, like, you know, to just give it a blanket 50 over is super speeder without and 100 over, like 50 over or 100 miles per hour or greater, you're arrested. It doesn't take into account what road you're on, what the speed limit is on the road, like what type of, you know what I mean? It doesn't take any other factors into account. You know what I mean? So somebody that's on a divided highway that's doing 50 over is not posing anywhere near the threat that somebody doing 30 over and a 25 is doing. And so the super speeder law is kind of ridiculous with how they wrote it. And that's just kind of typical Florida. Like, the intention was good. I understand what they're doing with it, but to just put a blanket, these speeds equal jail, and not take any other factors into account is insane to me, because there's so much more that goes into things than just you were doing X amount over the speed limit. You know what I mean? I would just say double the speed limit. You know what I mean? Like, double the speed limit to me makes sense. That to me is like the thing that makes the most sense on it, you know? Because even like the 100 plus thing, like, cars now are made to go that fast safely. And the highways around us are just straight and flat. It's not like anything crazy is going on. And there's a couple of highways around here where I've done 100 down them for a considerable length of time, and it's nothing. You're just driving. You're just like this. Like, the road doesn't move. So, I don't know. Florida's always doing weird shit. So, I mean, the cop told me, like, you know, he told me he did talk to the other guy about his speed, and that he did bring it up to the other guy. That his speed was a problem. He wouldn't tell me what he estimated the guy's speed to be. And I was like, come on, dude. This is not a 25 mile an hour crash. Like, you know, this is the kind of thing you would see out on that main road behind us. Like, this is a full speed collision here. And he was like, well, I've been doing this 20 years and you're not going to tell me. But I was like, dude, I can look at it and know. Like, I've seen plenty of crashes. I've been around accidents in my life. I've seen what happens in collisions. For this to be the result, he was going well over 25. Like, there's no way around it. But, The cop, I was trying to bait the cop into saying something that I could use later, but the cop wasn't falling for it. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll see, like, you know, obviously it's the weekend. Tomorrow, the accident report should be available on the police department website, and I should hear from the insurance company tomorrow as well. The only thing that's going to be kind of shitty is, at least for the next week or so, I'm going to have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drive Book to work. And then I'm going to have to pick her back up at night. So that's going to suck for me. I'm not looking forward to having to do all that, but like I said, at the end of the day, she's okay. You know, nobody was seriously hurt, and that's, you know, really the thing that matters in the end of it. Like, the rest of it is whatever. I could be slightly annoyed for a little bit, you know? Dinner table meal, did the son of Christ make mac and cheeses? Riz, that's how you're gonna come in? Really? You're coming in with mac and cheeses? Oh, hang on. Is this her? Nope, it's not her. Whatever you gotta do, Riz, whatever you gotta do. I gotta see. Where was I? Sorry, I got so much shit going on right now. And then, yeah, obviously, like, you know, you guys know the last few weeks, I haven't been doing well mentally as well. And so all this shit this weekend is, it's not helping my mental, you know? Like, that's really the only way to put it. Like, it's definitely made me managing my shit a little more difficult, so it's been just an extra layer on top of it all, because I've kind of had to put my shit on hold and take care of her and play nurse essentially the last 2 days, and just like it's a nice distraction from my brain and my bullshit, you know, like it gives me something else to focus on, but at the same time, like, it's just one more thing. And so I'm not quite there is the best way I can put it. You know, it's been a rough couple of weeks. Ugh. But yeah, it was, like I said, like, I was at the football game when it happened, so like I had like just gotten there. I was at the game maybe 10-15 minutes, and Book calls me up frantic. I need you to come home. I need you to come home. I'm like, what do you mean you need me to come home? What's going on? And he's like, I just wrecked my car. I need you to come home. The car is totaled. I'm like, ah, fuck, I'm on my way. And like, literally, like, while she was still freaking out, I was getting out of my seat, climbing out of the stands and heading to the exit. So yeah, it's been a bit of a long weekend. We'll just put it that way. It's been a long weekend. A lot of nonsense, because then, you know, obviously, like, we had to get her stuff out of her car and deal with the cop and get the car in the tow truck and get all the information, get her home, then take her to the emergency room, sat there for a few hours getting tests done and everything else. Had to pick up her meds, get her home and in a good spot, and get her situated. And she's been beating herself up so badly for the last 24 hours. Like, just, you know, really being really hard on herself about the whole situation. And I've been having to, you know, keep her calm and, you know, get her to acceptance on it, like, hey, shit happens, it was an accident, everybody's okay, don't worry about it, like, it's okay. But she's been, you know, I suck at everything and blah 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 blah, it's all my fault, like, and just really hard on herself. And that's really, like, you know, from my end, that's been the hardest part for me, is hearing her be like that, because it's like, yeah, it sucks you wrecked her car and everything else, but it's just a fucking car. You know what I mean? We can deal with that. That's whatever, right? It's, at the end of the day, it's just a car. She's okay. That was all I cared about. But, you know, having her be so hard on herself and just so in her own head about it, that's been really hard for me to deal with, because I don't like seeing her, you know, so upset and being so hard on herself and all that. Like, that part. Hey, shiny Spritzee! 1827, we finally get the shiny. It is a little purple boy! Or no, wait. Yes, it is a purple boy! It is a little purple boy! Let's go! Shiny Spritzee! Damn it, if Jared just gone for another hour on Friday, I would have had it on shenanigans. You said you have it rough, we'll give it to you. Clearly, Ritz. But we got the purple boy. The whale is still blue, though. Alright, guys, nature guesses on the Spritzee, guys. Nature guesses on the Spritzee. What do we got? We got serious, we got lax. Timid. Any other nature guesses, guys? We got Sassy over on YouTube. Hanging out with your wife and playing Dead by Daylight. Hell yeah, Riz. Happy to hear it. No mark. Will do, Riz. And it is Careful Nature. Careful Nature on the shiny Spritzee. You're coming up with what brain isn't braining. You know what, Ren? The best thing to do when you're having that kind of block is to just kind of walk away for a minute or two. You know what I mean? Like, I exaggerate the minute or two, but like, do something else. Don't focus so much on that. Just get a distraction and let it come to you later. It is kind of important even if it doesn't need to be done right now. Well, I mean, my point is, right, if you can't think of it now, right, sitting here stressing out about not being able to think of something isn't going to help you. So distract yourself with something else and take a little break. Nice, Mika. How's Phantasy Star treating you? Go get people to fight me in game. Hey, I mean, whatever you gotta do. Okay, that's that. Alright guys, I'm trying to get the next hunt set up here. Game plot is important though. I'm not saying it's not important. What I'm saying is figure out a way to get your oh my god, what's the word? Inspiration back, right? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying just forget about it and don't do it. I'm just saying, you know, maybe right now it's time to distract yourself. That's all. Alright guys, trying to get this next hunt squared away here real quick. Of course not. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's check this Kyogre. Blue. Okay. Let me get the sprite for the next hunt. My computer is being very slow tonight, and I don't like it. It's annoying me. Come on, load faster. Come on. Almost there. There we go. All right. Brown. Download. Pie dove. Because I don't have a pie dove yet. In out. It's you. You. Hang on, guys. Trying to get the new hunt together here. Almost there. Alright, now we just need to find a pie dove. Oop. Wrong controller. That's the one. Those are not pie doves. Are they over here? Eh, let's look at you. I need one of you still. It would have been funny if that was a first check shiny. That would have been a good moment there. Unfortunately, it was not a good moment there. Alright. No pie doves in here. I think I know where I need to go. I think I need to go down here. Nope. This is not the spot either. What the fuck? Hang on. East Lake. Yeah, it says East Lake Axwell. Under overcast conditions is a 75% spawn rate for the P-Dove. I am not seeing P-Dove though. Is it down here maybe? No, this is North Lake Mila. Where the fuck? Did Cerebi give me wrong information? That's Westlake. The hell? Okay, yep, nope, it definitely gave me incorrect information here. The fuck? Alright, hang on. I gotta figure out what the hell is going on here now. I'm gonna try something different here. As the game is not wanting to cooperate. They're gonna try something else. Where are these stupid doves at? Alright, maybe we're not doing pie dove. Therapy's a liar. It also says rolling fields, 75%. I'm not seeing any. So 75% is a definite lie. What the hell, man? Am I gonna have to Masuda this bitch? Well, there's one. Alright, this hunt ain't gonna work because I'm not dealing with this shit. Okay, so never mind doing that. Let's figure out something else to hunt. God damn it. I guess I need these guys. Alright. What's going on, Dragon? How you doing, buddy? Oop, wrong controller. Alright, now, do I have this sprite or do I need to go find it? I need to go find it. God damn it. Why don't I have like so many sprites except for the ones that I'm looking for? Why? You prefer 7-Up over Sprite? You're the only one. Alright, we're gonna go for the bunny. Because I'm pretty sure this one will be easy to find. You prefer root beer? Honestly, I'm with you on that. Root beer is better than everything else. Let's see you. Yes. Okay. I have no idea what we're talking, Ren. I'm being honest, I couldn't tell you. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed the dogs. Okay, puppies are fed, book has been checked on, we're good to go. So, y'all know the shit I went through. How was y'all's weekend? Anybody, do anything fun, exciting, interesting, or have anything to talk about? Like, what y'all got? Anybody have anything happen over the weekend? Oh, back. Ads, huh? Shucks. I'll ask the question again in a little bit. Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, picking up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Didn't do much, mostly just sat around the house taking care of your sister. Ah, I got you, dragon. I lost the game again? God damn it. I always lose that stupid game. I was like, what the hell is that? It was a metapod. I couldn't even see what it was. It blended in with the grass so well. So what do you guys think? Will the bunny be a quick shiny? Or do you think I go over odds yet again on the bunny? What are y'all thinking? Hey, you know what? Meta, I'm right there with you. Bunny at 420. Dude, can you imagine I just got the 69 shiny and now I get a 420 shiny? Try the other flavors for everyone anyway. You've only had the original. I haven't had all the flavors, but I've had a lot of the flavors. I'd say they're all pretty good. I definitely prefer them to most of like the sodas we get in the US. They're a little more refreshing. I couldn't even tell you, Ren. I just, like, I see them and I just grab random flavors and be like, ooh, let me try that. But I don't remember them enough afterwards. Grab some next time we're able to. Nice. Although, so hey, check this out, right? So, I went to pick up Book's meds, right? And I go to the pharmacy, and let me find something I can use for it. So, she got like some good painkillers, you know? And so I had to like give them my ID and stuff because it's, you know, one of those meds they have to track who, you know, receives it and all that. And I wasn't even thinking anything of it, but the lady, the pharmacist or the pharmacy tech, whatever she was, it was an Asian woman, a younger Asian female, right? And I give her my ID and stuff. She settles everything up, and she goes to give me my ID back. But you know, like in the US, when somebody goes to say something, they just go like this. They're like, "Here you go." Right? And they just, they almost like throw it at you, you know? But instead of doing that, she did the like, how do I even just, like, she did the thing you see in anime where they hand you the card like this. And I was like, momentarily confused by it. Because I've never had somebody in the US do that where they're just like, it handed back that way. And I was like, yeah, like, But like, it caught me off guard because I'm not used to that being how people do things. And so it was kind of like a weird moment for me at first. And then like afterwards, I was like, you know, I see now why that's like a thing in other countries, because like it felt so much better in a weird way. Well, Dragon, I was confused by it because I've never had somebody do that with me. I've only ever seen that happen in anime. I've never actually seen somebody go to give me something. And I was like, wait, what? But like, it was such a nice way of doing it. And it was like, I wish that was like more of a normal thing. That is a fair point, Dragon. But yeah, I was like, I get why it's a thing now, because it just felt better on the receiving end instead of someone just being like, here's your shit, and just kind of like half-assed and like, ugh, get your stuff away from me. It felt more like, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just felt better having somebody hand me something that way. And it was also the otaku in me being like, oh my god, she did the anime thing, that was so cool. That was definitely part of it as well. But overall, it was just a nicer way to handle the transaction than what I'm used to. Stream froze. Not on my end. Everything's looking good on my end, so I don't know what to tell you. Mid-view, it's working good now. All right, cool. It's just mod view. Okay, mod view. Makes the sense. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna sleep tonight. Because my ass has to wake up early as shit and take book to work. Or no, wait, no, I don't tomorrow. Never mind. I'm stupid. Oh my god. Book doesn't go back to work until Friday. So I don't have to wake up in the morning and take her to work. Jesus. How did I forget about that? My brain is not braining at all. Ugh. Yeah, no, book doesn't work until Friday. So starting Friday, I have to take her to work for a little bit until she gets her car back. But tomorrow I do have to go to the VA to get my paperwork signed so that I can be officially work from home for the foreseeable future. Friday was a good movie, Dragon. You're not wrong. It was also a decent song, at least if you look at it from a comedy perspective. Alright, well, we're 600 away from odds on Kyogre, guys. Like I said, Dragon, if you look at it as a comedy, it was good. If you look at it as a song, it wasn't. But yeah, guys, 600 away from odds on Kyogre. Getting closer and closer. I think that was a stinky bunny. It didn't get popular, really, though. That's the thing. It got, like, popular in the way that, like, everybody was making fun of it, and it just became, like, a thing. but it was never really popular as a song. It was popular as a joke. When you get there with Regice, you're gonna vomit. Hopefully you don't have to go this far, Meta. Hopefully not. Also, I meant to do this because I think I saw something. I did see something. These stupid Tyrogues chasing me. It makes it so hard to like pay attention to what's in the grass. I don't run into things by accident. They're just running away from Tyrogues the whole time. Come on, you stupid whale. Do the thing. Be pink. Come on, Kyogre, do the thing. Just throw hands with Tyrogue. I don't know that I would win that fight. Tyrogue's a scrappy little bastard. Kyogre? No, not Kyogre. Do the roar? What roar? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what would be funny but depressing, Ren? Hit me. What you got? If GTA gets delayed again, oh. Can you imagine how hard people would rage if it got delayed again? Like, people are already losing their minds over the praise. Oh, that's right, the Shrek line. You would find it funny. I would too. Like, I'm excited for GTA 6. I definitely plan on getting it and playing it at some point, but like, if it gets delayed again, I won't care. You just want good memes. So I'm just excited after seeing the map because goddamn, they really made it Florida. 5 and San Andreas had good memes from it. Oh yeah, 6 is definitely gonna have good meat, especially with it being based off of South Florida. Oh yeah, shit's gonna be legit. Like, have you guys seen the map for GTA 6 yet? a bunch of pedestrians lines up on the beach with shotguns ready to shoot at the hurricane. Dude, they had better have a storyline that involves that in some way. They fucking better. But I'm telling you, like, literally, if you took Florida from, like, Tampa to Orlando to Daytona Beach down to the Keys, and then just, like, remove the Everglades and shrunk it up. And that's the GTA 6 map. Ren, it's happened more than once. They literally, every year when we get a hurricane, the police have to come out on TV and say, please, whatever you do, do not shoot at the hurricane. Your bullets are not going to do anything to it. However, they will have to come back down at some point. Please do not do it. I must have a Waffle House reference. Dude, Florida isn't real, okay? We are all, the entire state of Florida is just a figment of everybody else's imagination. It's not real. I still think one of my favorite things to happen ever was the Area 51 raid. Does anybody else remember that shit where somebody made a Facebook group and there was all these memes about people Naruto running through Area 51 and shit? Oh god, Dragon. The thing I love about that is somebody had to do a briefing to somebody like high up at the Pentagon and explain to them what Naruto running is. That had to be a brief with some 60-year-old general. You had to educate the drill on weebs, exactly, and that shit is funny as hell to me. How you doing, Yeti? Well, but the thing is, Ren, for the group, the entire joke in the group was that they were just gonna Naruto run through security and shit. They weren't calling it a Sonic run. I also love that that whole thing made Naruto running like normal lexicon for non-weebs. Like, there are non-weebs now that know what Naruto running is because of that. There's a video of a soldier explaining to his troops. Oh my god. You want to try that again in English, Yeti? He did a PowerPoint on it and everything. Goddamn. Nah, you clearly gave up. Either you gave up mid-sentence or you had a stroke mid-sentence. One or the other. Why not both? Both is good. He had someone demonstrate it. Oh my god. I need to find that video now. And they are greedy fucks, but at least they're online for games easy and cheap. That's a good, that is facts though, Yeti. At least their online service is super cheap and has a lot to offer. I will give them that. Right away, Xbox buddy, you need to know 3 different tiers of Game Pass. God damn. That was where, like, back in the day, I was always a PlayStation guy, not an Xbox guy. Because PlayStation, you could just do multiplayer without paying extra back in the day. Only about the games not cross-play with Steam. Dear God. But yeah, for the longest time, Xbox made you would charge you for Xbox Live if you wanted to play online, but PlayStation was just like, is it a multiplayer game that you can play online? Fuck off. You don't need to pay us more for that. And then after years of people paying Xbox, they were like, all right, well, if you insist on paying us, I guess we'll charge you now. What's for only some games, Ren? Warframe doesn't require it to play with people. Nice. Destiny 2. Dude, Destiny 2 charges you to log in. From what I've seen from watching other people play it, playing Destiny 2 is like driving through New Jersey. If you want to do anything, you better pay. This requires your DNA and a limb each session. It's a full-time job. And then you need a full-time job to be able to pay to play it. That's how I say so many people are mad they made it so everyone can play. Freaking neckbeards. I mean, I don't know, dude. I prefer older WoW to newer WoW. I hate that they just dumbed the game down to where everybody could play it. I fucking hate that, dude. The game was so much more fun when it required some level of skill and effort to play, where you actually had to think. You need 5 other motherfuckers to also treat that game like a job. Get a sequel. I have no idea what you're trying to talk about there, Dragon. Canix, every boss fight is tougher in current WoW than old WoW. I mean, I haven't played the newer bosses, so I couldn't say, but I know the last time I played, raids just weren't fun anymore. You just went into looking for raid, you teamed up with a bunch of randoms, and you beat the raid without knowing anything about it and without any communication. That wasn't fun for me. My favorite point of World of Warcraft was the original release of Cataclysm. The Cataclysm release for me was the most fun I had in WoW. It was challenging. It required you to play in ways you weren't used to. You really had to think things through and like plan every fight, and it was and then they just went, oh, we made this too hard. All the like, you know, non-gamers are complaining about it, and then they made it stupid easy. And then Pandas, dude, I couldn't play it, dude. I fell out of WoW when they neutered Cataclysm. And when Pandas came out, I was like, all right, well, it's a new expansion. I should give it a try. Maybe they've improved it. I played for maybe 2 hours tops and went, fuck this shit, and didn't touch WoW again for years. Yeah, I would know nothing about any of that, Dragon. But that's the thing, though, Yeti, and that's literally the point. They took a game that true gamers played, and they made it a game that the community at large could enjoy. And so, yes, the community at large loved it because it was slop shoveled out that they could enjoy. But for people that were playing WoW from the beginning, that loved the game for what it originally was, fuck that shit. People say WoW players, they leave for Final Fantasy. Yeah, right. They make love, not Warcraft. Oh my god, Dragon. If you were successful at old WoW, you were working that game as a full-time job and embodied the South Park episode. I wouldn't say that hard, but I was definitely putting time into that game. There were some things with the original game that they changed that I liked and I thought were good ideas, right? Making the mount training a little easier to get was a good move. Because the original cost of mount training was just insane and way too high. They took away some of the grindiness of it. You didn't have to go super hard off and spend, you know, days mining materials and gold to do basic shit. That was a good change. But they just made, like, you know, they took away having, you know, customized skill trees to where you couldn't play the character the way you wanted to play it anymore. You had to play it the way the devs felt it should be played. When you didn't need any communication or a real team anymore to beat heroic dungeons and raids. Like, that shit just got stupid to me. See, that's my point, Yeti. And, like, you know, back when I was hardcore into it, could I pub heroic raids? No, not even close. I couldn't even pub regular raids. You needed a dedicated group. You needed a raid leader. You needed communication. Everybody had to be on the same page, know what they're doing. You had to make sure you had the right characters, all this other shit. And then they just made it like, oh, looking for raid, done. Hey, I beat the raid, cool. I didn't even know what I was doing, but we won. It's supposed to be end game content. It shouldn't be that easy. You know, when I played, you couldn't even really pub heroic dungeons most of the time. Like, you needed to have a really good tank and a really good healer in order to do heroic dungeons. You know, your DPS could be iffy in the right one. You're just spamming heals and not standing and shit. Yeah, pick up the magic staff if needed. You're a switch when it comes to rolls. Oddly enough, healer was the one thing I didn't really do a lot of in WoW. Like, I had a couple of healer characters that I would get on and kind of mess around with, but I never really did any kind of like end game content as a healer. I did it as tank and DPS, but I didn't really do a lot as a healer. And it was mainly just because my, you know, the guild I ran with, we had a bunch of really good healers. And as a tank, I made friends with a bunch of really good healers. And so I just was never needed as a healer. Even when I'd get on my healer and be messing around, somebody I knew that was like a DPS or a healer would be like, yo, can you jump on your tank? I want to do this raid. I want to do this dungeon. And I'd have to swap off anyway. All right, next Kyogre is 3,500. Healers adopt tanks. That's a fact, meta. I had so many healers adopt me. Because I'd just be going through, like, you know, heroic dungeons and stuff. And have, like, a random healer. And they'd be like, oh, shit, you're actually a good tank. I didn't take any damage that whole dungeon. Can we just do more together? 3,500 is still blue. And that's how Arthur became All Might. Dude, it's like when Cataclysm first came out, it was so funny because like throughout Wrath of the Lich King, I was the main tank for my guild. Oh no, facts, man, never piss off the healer. But yeah, I was the main tank for my guild throughout Lich King. And then when Cataclysm came out, the way the dungeons were and how different things were, my guild was like, hey, we need you to switch off your tank and play your hunter, because we don't really need a good tank. We need good crowd control and DPS now, and we need somebody that's going to be good enough at hunter to like trap opponents and do all this other stuff. So we need you to do that instead for a while. Can you do that? Skills that have the lifesteal effect and gear with that effect. I love doing that in games. Alright, into the hundreds on the bunny, into 3,500s on Kyogre. And I am very hot. It needs to cool the fuck down already. Dude, it was like 94 today. Why? It's fucking end of September. Why is it still in the mid-90s? Shit is dumb as hell. Greybush the Wise. Dude, my favorite Army nickname story, though, was in basic training. We had this guy. He was like the old man in the training group. He was like 36 or some shit like that. Like, he was like somewhere like either 36 or 38, and he was a private in basic training. And it was this big white guy from South Africa. And he had this massive fucking nose. Like, biggest nose I've ever seen on a human being. This dude could outsniff a bloodhound, all right? This dude's nose was enormous. It was most of his face. All right, most of his face was nose. It was that big. And he was in an argument with a kid from another platoon. He wasn't in our barracks room. He was in another room, but he was like attached with us. So like we trained together, but we had separate living areas, right? And so he's in an argument with the kid, and he's like, he said something like, you know, like, I'm gonna fuck you or something like that, or like, don't make me bend you over, like, made some insinuation that he was gonna put it in this kid's butt, right? And the kid just kind of scoffs at him like, whatever, dude. And bro gets right up in his face and he's like, you see this fucking nose? Do you see this nose? My nickname is Elephant Cock. He walks away, and the kid was just sitting there like, huh? Wait, what? Somebody else had to be like, dude, how big does his dick have to be that it gets his nickname and not his nose? And the kid was like, oh shit, okay, I get it now, I get it. Sniff a bit as a person, yeah. But it was just such a great point, like, dude, that's his nose, and his nickname has nothing to do with his nose. Like, come on now, something's going on there. Dude, these stupid metapods, I can't see them in the grass. Dude, can you imagine I do all this for Kyogre and then I fail it and don't catch it? You know how sad that's gonna be when that inevitably happens? That clip will go so hard. There's a drill sergeant trying to talk shit and said, I have 3 kids. That means I've been laid at least 3 times more than you all. What happens to me, this guy said, no sergeant means your wife has been laid at least 3 times. Oh my god. At that point, you quit shiny hunting. I mean, meta. It wouldn't be good. I'm the one where one of my drill sergeants goes up to this kid and goes, has anybody ever told you that you should have been a blowjob? And the kid gets all sad and he's like, I thought you weren't allowed to say things like that to us anymore, Drill Sergeant. And he goes, no, I'm not allowed to tell you you should have been a blowjob. I didn't say you should have. I asked if anybody else had ever said it. I'm allowed to ask you questions, though. That guy got assigned to wash the driveway in the rain. Oh, 100%. They're not letting that slide. You always know when somebody fucked up in the army when you see them sweeping the motor pool in the rain. It's like, well, that guy did something incredibly stupid. You should have been a blowjob until it was the best part of you, Rand. Yeah, that's a good one, Dragon. Hey, what's going on, Monster? How you been? It has been a bit. Hope you've been doing well. Dude, I am. Hey, King Kratos, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciate, buddy. Welcome to the tavern. Happy to have you with us. I am out of it tonight, guys, though. My brain is not braining very well. Just grinding away there, Kratos. Grinding away. You have a good weekend there, buddy? The Scarecrow got a promotion. He was outstanding in his field. Oh my god, Dragon. Is this what my night's going to be now? Hey, thank you for the hydrate. Do I have any water? I got beer. That counts, right? Dad jokes are in your blood? No. Arthur in the water is hilarious at the joke point and laugh. Pre-ordering Legends ZA tomorrow? Nice. I should, well, actually, I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna pre-order it, but I probably should. Because we get what? The Waltz holding the Mega Stone for Gardevoir if we pre-order it, right? You got a second BDSP account set up to prep RNG manip, all the shiny legends, because you have a problem. Use your chance to get the shiny Manaphy. Last time you went for Square Sword, now you want competitive ones. Nice, Monstro. Oh. 2 peanuts were walking through the park, 1 was assaulted. Look what you've done, Dragon. Look what you have done. Look what you have started. Come here, bunny. So remember that came in late. I did get Shiny Spritzee very early on in stream tonight. Was that supposed to be an egg joke meta? Was that what that was supposed to be? Yeah, it wasn't even an hour into the stream and I got Shiny Spritzee tonight. It was what, 17:48 or something like that? Pair of jumper cables walk. How do jumper cables walk? I'll serve you, but don't start anything. A family of tomatoes walking down the street. The baby tomato started falling behind. The dad tomato squished him and said ketchup. I was squishing him gonna... Never mind. What is wrong with my chat? How did we end up here? Man walked into a bar. Ouch. That's an old one. It's always Dragon's fault. The long or the short version. The short version is Dragon. The long version is it's Dragon's fault. I don't know that I fully agree with that sentence, Dragon. I would say most of my community is on some spectrum or another. We don't serve your kind here. The mushroom says why I'm a fun guy. What do you mean, sadly, Yeti? Why sadly? A dyslexic man walked into a bra. Alright. So, this guy's been sitting at this bar drinking all night, and he's pretty drunk. And he goes to pay his tab, and he realizes he doesn't have his wallet with him. So he calls the bartender over, and he's like, look, man, I swear this wasn't intentional, but I don't have any money on me. Yeah, welcome to the club, Kratos. Kratos, you're gonna fit right in with this group, let me tell you. Yeah, so the guy's like talking to Mark, and he's like, look, this wasn't intentional, I swear. I could have sworn I grabbed my wallet before I left the house, but I don't have any money on me. Like, is there something I can do? Can I just come back in the morning? Like, how do you want to handle this? And the bartender goes, I tell you what, all right? I got a couple of chores that need done. If you can take care of these chores for me, we'll call it even. And the drunk guy's like, all right, I mean, yeah, it sounds easy enough. What do you mean to do? The bartender's like, look, out back, my dog's been having some issues. All right, I got this pit bull, it needs its tooth pulled. Problem is, she's not all that nice. All right. So trying to get the tooth is gonna be a problem. You're probably gonna get bit. If she really needs that tooth pulled, I just can't get near her. If you can get it out, great. The guy's like, all right, what's this other chore? Bartender goes, well, my wife's been wanting to get laid for a while. And I was like, so go fuck her. Bartender's like, yeah, I ain't touching her. All right, she ain't what she used to be. And I ain't touching that. I can't deal with it. And I'm not doing it, man. But she'll pretty much take anybody at this point. So you want to go upstairs, tell her I sent you, handle her business for her. You can do those two things. I'll write off your tab for the night, man. You'll be good. The drunk guy's like, all right, man. I'll see what I can do. So the drunk guy goes walking out the back door. And just from out back, you just hear a bunch of barking and snarling and just this pit bull going crazy. And then you hear some whimpering. And then you don't hear nothing for a while. And the drunk guy comes stumbling back into the bar. And all right, man. I took care of your dogs for you. Now where's his wife where needs the tooth pulled? I like that joke. You would. Alright, I got another one. Guy's at a bar drinking. And he has a few too many. And he ends up throwing up and he gets a little on his shirt. And he's like, God damn it. My wife is gonna be pissed, man. I told her I wasn't gonna drink that much tonight. I get home and she sees my shirt. She's gonna know I went too far. And she's gonna be mad. And the guy next to him goes, hey, it's easy, okay? All you do, take a $100 bill, put it in your shirt pocket, all right? Or take a $50 bill, put it in your shirt pocket. When you get home, you tell your wife some other drunk guy threw up on you, and he gave you the $50 to get your shirt dry cleaned. Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? How you doing? What's going on, Muck? The guy's like, that's a great idea, man. I'm gonna try that. So the guy comes walking in the door, like 1 in the morning, and his wife's still up. And she's like, he takes out the bill and he hands it to her, and he goes, honey, some drunk guy at the bar threw up on my shirt, and he gave me that $50 to get my shirt clean. And my wife looks at the bill and goes, sweetie, this is a $100 bill. He goes, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. He also shit in my pants. Hey, you know what, Yeti? At least I'm telling jokes and not doing dad jokes. Alright, at least I'm actually telling jokes. Just be glad I'm not doing karaoke, alright? Comedy hour is way better than singing hour. Boo this man? Fuck you. That was gold. You just built a shoe rack. Guy walks in a bar and yells out, there's a genie granting wishes. Ryder rushes out, all of a sudden a million deer runs through the bar. Bartender comes back in and says to the guy, I think that genie was hard of hearing. The guy pulls out a shoebox It just says, no shit, you think I wish for a 12-inch pianist? I remember that joke. That's a good one. Make next year. And wait. What you got, Jonathan? What you got? Pokemon Run and Buns? What? Wait, why Run and Bun? Where does this Run and Buns thing come from? What did I miss? I definitely missed something at some point. Small Ant was doing that before Silk Song? Interesting. I definitely did not see any of that. It sounded sexy at the time. Okay. It's a ROM hack? Really? People come up with some weird shit, man. A really difficult ROM hack? Huh. I would just prefer a Pokemon game that, like, took a little effort. I don't care what they call it. The devil needed some soul, so he went down on 3 guys. You know, I'll turn your balls into any substance. They melt in my hand, you go to hell. First guy turns balls into steel, they melted, he went to hell. Second guy, iron, melted into hell. Last guy turns balls into M&M's. And then they melt in the devil's hand, that guy goes, they melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Oh my god. Why? Why? Pokemon Prism on your phone? Nice. I have, what do I have? I have some ROM hack, but it's just like a generic game ROM hack on my phone. I forget which one though. I haven't played it in forever. Anywhere in the world, where would I go? Japan. I've always wanted to go and see where the anime comes from. I'm loving it. It comes from nerd bedrooms. It's still Japan, dickhead. But I would like to see the cultural sites too. You know, some of the shrines and, you know, Mount Fuji and all that shit. And it would be cool to see all that. Thank you for the hydrate. I mean, Grump, you missed it. I got shiny Spritzee less than an hour into stream tonight, Muck. So I did get a shiny tonight. It did happen. Some Cinnabons. Where did the Cinnabons come from? You were late to the party. The Spritzee was over odds, so it was like 1750-ish. Ads do be popping up at the worst time. They also just eat some like legitimate Japanese food and whatnot. from Christmas? Where did Christmas come from now? What? Jonathan, I've got some random people in my community. You might just out-random them all. It's a difficult ROM hack for Emerald. 500 plus battles, custom move set, synergistic teams, make each trainer feel unique. Team Magma. Ooh, interesting. I wonder why, Dragon. I wonder why. Welcome back, Kratos. You know what, Jonathan? I don't think I do. Yeah, I always tell people to bite my shiny metal ass. I love saying that to people, especially when they don't know Bender. The reactions and the expressions are always great. Given the weekend, you and the family, I appreciate you getting out and stream and keeping us company night. Well, thank you, Yeti. Nuzlocke rules as well. God damn. You know what, Jonathan? Go for it. I do want to know. How about that? But I'd also say, Yeti, with the weekend I had, I kind of needed a distraction tonight. I needed to just turn my brain off for a little bit and just kind of chill out. At least sports-wise, it was a good weekend. You know, USF won 63-14. The Bucks won today in a much closer game than it should have been. So at least there were some highlights to the night. It wasn't all bad. Or the night, to the weekend. It wasn't all bad. Get fucked it was. The Mets are fading into obscurity again. I mean, dude, my Rays didn't do much better this year. They're what, like 18 games back? Like, come on now. Well, I mean, that's just because of bad spending. The Spider-Man meme when I hear about the Mets. Like, I mean, Yeti, come on. Look at the contract they gave Soto. Like, really? Who thought that was a good idea? He did better this season than last and kept worked out, but like, yeah, he's the new Bobby Bonilla. He did not, I mean, he might have been better this year than last year. He still didn't play nearly at the level that you would pay somebody what the Mets are paying him. You got Fang's ID renewed finally. They're trying to go doing what they are. You need to get that done. Ah, damn, Dragon. I'm glad you're able to get that done. No, I need a new ID. Oh. Actually, you know, speaking of which, I really need a new ID. So Florida does this fun thing where as long as you've gotten an ID from the state, all you need to do when your ID expires is renew it online, and they just mail you the new ID, and they use your old picture that's still on file and use that for your new ID. So the picture on my driver's license is from like fucking 20 years ago or some shit. Like, it's so old. Let's see, where's my wallet? Yeah, I think my wallet's in my trunk. But yeah, my ID looks nothing like me at all. What, you can be honest, Jonathan, what you got? Let's go, but you have to go in every 8 years to update. Yep, nope, they haven't made me go in and update the photo in a very long time. My photo on my driver's license might as well be another person. Stupid tie ropes. Hang on, give me 1 second. Okay, you guys ready? Focus, you fuck. That's my driver's license photo. You have a crush on Jaded Animations? You know what? I've heard of worse crushes there, Jonathan. I definitely don't expect Florida to be smart. No. Or actually, let me see, now that I think about it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Now, can I show this one without it giving away any of my info? This is my military ID picture. I really need to get new IDs really bad. My IDs look nothing like me. No, Yeti, that was my retired ID. That's when I got out. I looked like that. That's what I'm saying, Jonathan. It's my IDs look nothing like me. Who is he and why does he look like a thumb? Maybe you should have stayed in longer. I mean, I'm not gonna deny there's truth in that statement. You definitely looked retired. So my military ID expired forever ago, and I've been needing to go down. You mean Cajun? Retired. No, retired. Not trying to get canceled here. Look old and washed up. Well, good to see some things haven't changed in the last 10 years. But, no, I've been needing to go get my ID renewed, my military one. But it's such a pain in the ass to do. Because I have to, like, go on base and I have to do all this other shit, and they have all these rules about it. And I just been too lazy to go do it. I just haven't wanted to be bothered. But when I was at the doctor last week, I went to like the minute clinic just to like get my cough checked out, make sure I have bronchitis. And the lady's like, "Can I have your ID and insurance?" Well, luckily for me, it's just one card. It's just my military ID. And she takes it, she's looking at it, she's like, "You know this expired like a long time ago?" I'm like, "Yeah, but all the information on it's accurate. It has everything you need, so I never really bothered to care." And she was like, "You should probably get a new one. Just gonna put that out there, but I'll run the info and see if it is accurate." Whose buns I would clap if you were to visit? Oh God, Jonathan. Whose buns would you clap? It's like him expired. Are you hunting on... Yes. I'm on both Yeti. So the Kyogre is on the Switch 2 and the Bunny is on Switch 1. Angela White. I am unfamiliar with this person, Jonathan. I'm unfamiliar. Although anybody that wasn't here on Friday missed a wonderful moment. So I was telling Jer about how... Am I supposed to know who Angela White is? Yep, I had no idea who Angela White was. And Jonathan, from what I'm seeing, you might actually have a shot. But so I was telling Jer how Thursday, your house is a bunch of heathens. Apparently. But I was telling Jer about how Thursday, me and Book had gone out to lunch with a friend, and we were talking about the new season of Wednesday, and our friend asked us what we thought of Jenna Ortega. And my response, just being me, was, well, I mean, I definitely put it in her butt, that's for sure. And Book, without missing a beat, ruins my entire moment and goes, "Oh yeah, me too." And so I'm telling Jer this story, and Jer's like, no, I think she's saying she would let you. I'm like, no, that's not what she was saying, Jer. And he's like, no, like, I'm pretty sure she means, like, you know, not that she would do it, but she would let you. Like, that's what she meant by that. And so Book gets on the call a little while after, and I'm telling Book, you know, what Jer's theory is. And Book just goes, "Oh no, I 100% meant that I would put it in her butt." And Jer was just like, "Okay then, okay. Didn't see it coming that way, but okay, thank you for the clarification." Jer's a fun guy, let me tell you. He's too pure for this world, he really is. No, Meta. You could put it in Book, would put it in, oh God, Dragon. We don't need to take it the extra step here. We don't need to go that far with it. We went far enough. Speaking of Jer, is it just me, or does he look like he has sex through a hole in a sheet? What do you guys think? Oh, the human centipede. Dear God, Dragon. What is wrong with you? You want to look at the Emerald Run and Bun Elite Four. The teams are stacked. I still want to know why it's called Run and Bun. What the fuck? Like, why? Why is the first member having a Necrozma? That's a wild start. Because I'm gonna take on the Elite Four. First trainer, Necrozma. Ah, shit. Actually, wait, Meta, you know what? You're right. The joke was that I would let Jenna put it in my butt, and then Book said same. Yeah, that's right. I fucked up my own joke. God damn it. I told you my brain is not braining tonight, guys. I am on the struggle bus hard. I fucked up my own joke. Necrozma and Dark type Urshifu. God damn. It's a wild start to the Elite Four. What the hell do the... That is a wild first trainer. I would imagine the next one's gonna be worse if it starts off like that. I don't see how it gets worse, but you know, I imagine it does. Also, anybody watching over on the YouTube side, if you're enjoying the stream, please drop a like. It always, every little bit helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Helps me look a little more appealing to YouTube. So yeah, if you could drop a like on the stream, I'd greatly appreciate it. Your math ain't mathin', so it's okay. Nice. Zorwar, Lunala. Alright, well the second one sounds like it's a little bit better actually. Like, I feel like the first one's gonna be worse to fight against. You only listed the legends? Zoroark isn't a legend. Especially not Hisuian form. All the mons are level 100? God damn. That, like, how do you even win those fights? Alright. And guys, I'm gonna go, actually hang on, let me check a bunny here. I'm gonna go check on Book real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, book has been checked on. We're back. You gotta bounce on it, Dio. You have to run through each member twice. Once in... Wait, you have to run through each member twice? Dude, that ROM hack is wild. Why would you do that to yourself? It's a difficulty. I mean, I can see that it's a difficult one. But my point is, why would you play that? Because achievement. The hell of an achievement. Bragging rights and content. I guess. That's wild to me. Like, I'm for having, like, you know, Nuzlocke rules and increasing the difficulty in Pokemon games a little bit, just to kind of give it a little bit of a challenge, but that's like Dark Souls level challenge. I don't think my old ass could do it. We're all on at this point. Why do the actors have shiny hunters start after their kids are in bed? I don't know. I'd say 99%. I see a lot of shiny hunters that stream during the day. Should be tomorrow night, but no promises. Kids in school, fair point. The only days I can guarantee there won't be a stream is Wednesdays. Those are the only days I can guarantee no stream. But right now, I have a lot going on, Jonathan, so like, streams are a little iffy. It kind of depends on how I feel come 8 o'clock when it's time to start. If I'm feeling good and I'm feeling up to it, then I stream. If the mind goblins are doing a number on me and I haven't slept in a week, then no stream. So, kind of a weird point right now, buddy. I'm trying to get back to being more consistent. But what I can tell you is, don't expect Wednesday streams, because Wednesdays I have other commitments. So unless something happens and that commitment gets canceled, Wednesdays are just a no-go for me. But every other night, I try to stream. God, I'm less than 500 from odds now on Kyogre. Less than 500 from odds. It's so funny that I can think about other stuff related to game design, but can't come up with a plot. You'll get there. I got faith in you, Ren. That's why I'm not becoming a writer. Or maybe it's why you should be a writer, you know? Maybe you're gonna struggle, but then come up with a really good plot and realize that writing is what you should be doing. Ever think of that? Fuck no. That was a quick dismissal of my idea. Ads again. Twitch and their ads, man. End up never putting the book out. You know what? I'm with you on that. I did a lot of writing when I was younger. But I was always like super shy about letting other people read my stuff. Yeah, sounds good, Jonathan. Sounds like a fun night. Yeah, see, that's the problem I have, Ren. I just can never seem to finish my book, you know? Everybody missed my joke. That's sad. That was a good one, too. I said that, yeah, I have the same problem, Ren. I can never finish my book either. Oh, Kratos, that sounds super good. I love Japanese curry. Just in general, I love curry. You just don't believe me. That's a weird response. Normally, you all look for any reason to shit on me. Not with the curry? Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I love curry. Unfortunately, my wife cannot handle anything spicy. So the only time I can get curry is if we're, like, eating out somewhere and they have curry on their menu. But if, like, I didn't have to worry about her inability to eat spicy food, I would make curry at home all the time. Stupid blue whale. Dude, I hate not being able to see these metapods in the grass. It is so dumb. Curry tastes butter in the right hands. Mild curry, and then there's chickpea curry. I mean, I like the spicier curries. That's just me. Like, it doesn't have to be super spicy for me, but I like the spicier versions. And unfortunately, the lowest level spicy curry is too much for my wife. And it also makes it annoying for me when we go out to eat, because whenever we go to, like, you know, like Indian or Thai restaurants, things like that, places that have curry dishes, I always ask for like higher spice ratings than they think I can handle, and then they never bring it to me. Like, every time we go out and I order curry, I'm always like, let me get this level, like, spice. Like, I never go, like, the top tier, because I'm not insane, but I always go near the top tier spice. And they always look at me and they're like, oh, are you sure? Like, it's really spicy, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I want that. And then they always bring me the mild shit, and I'm like, this isn't spicy at all. What the fuck is wrong with you? I asked for this. Bring me this. Whose name, Jonathan? Butter chicken curry, delicious. Yeah, dude, I love anything curry. Nice, Ren. I'm just a fan of spicy food in general, though. So it makes it weird, though, when, like, you know, you've got a household where, like, one person really likes spicy food and typically gets, like, the spiciest stuff they can find, and the other person can't handle any kind of spice at all. It makes it a little difficult at times. Good job, Ren. You get the same mix around your ass for the hottest sauce they have, right? It's so annoying. They see this face and they're like, he can't handle spice. He's too white. I'm like, God damn it. I can handle my spice. Just fucking bring it. If I ask for too much than I can handle, I'm still going to eat it. Because that's how I roll. Oh God, if I was given 3 wishes, what would they be? Fuck. That's a good goddamn question. God damn it, I don't know. Like, I'm a very simple person. I don't require a lot. Like, fuck. $3,600 for Kyogre. No shine. And we enter the 3,600s now. Yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about this question all night now, Jonathan. I hope you know that. I haven't thought about anything like this in so long. They bring you the sauce to ask for their eyes get wide as you demolish the food with the sauce on it. Hell yeah. it's always fun when, like, people don't expect the outcome, you know what I mean? I get that a lot just in, like, weird situations because, like, one, I'm one of those people when I travel, I don't do the shit I would do at home. You know what I mean? I see it so often where people travel and they just do the shit they would do at home. Well, why the fuck are you traveling then? Stay home and save money, you know? So if I go anyplace new, I'm not just, you know, gonna eat the same food I eat back home. I want to see what the local stuff is. You know, what's on the menu here. I want the stuff that's different. So anytime I travel someplace new, I always try to experience as much new food and stuff as possible. The other thing is, growing up, all my friends were from different parts of the world. I had friends from Bolivia, from Japan, from Egypt, you know, Colombia, you know, throughout Europe. I've known so many people from so many different places, and so I've experienced a lot of different things. And so, like, I've gotten to eat food, going to, like, my friends' houses and stuff over my life, where the parents are just cooking their food, you know? Recipes they brought with them to America and shit like that. And so I've eaten just a lot of random shit. I don't even know what the fuck I ate. I go places and people put a plate down in front of me and I eat the food. I don't sit there like, oh, what is it? What's in it? Oh, I just go, oh, thank you for the meal, and I eat it. And so I don't even know what it's called. But I've been in so many situations where I'm with somebody and they like have a meal and I'm like, oh shit, I love that stuff. And you're like, you know what this is? And I'm like, well, I didn't know it was called that, but yeah, I used to eat the shit out of that as a kid. My friend's parents always made it. And so it always surprises the hell out of people when I'm like right there with them on stuff. African cuisine, I haven't had that yet. Or I guess technically I did a couple of times, but not, I don't remember. It was like elementary school. We had a kid in the class from Egypt that I was kind of friends with, and he would bring stuff in every now and then and share with the class. So I've eaten some stuff from there, but I don't remember any of it. And then, like, I also just grew up eating, like, hot wings and different stuff like that. And so I just developed a taste for spicy food at a really young age. And just, I've always had, like, a really high tolerance for spicy food. And then after I got COVID the first time, it really fucked up my whole palate. And it, like, changed the way, like, everything tastes to me. It's like there's a lot of stuff that I used to love that I can't, like, now I can't stand the taste of. There's other stuff I used to hate that I'm now like, oh, I can eat this. But the other thing it did is my spice tolerance went way up. Like, I don't notice when food is spicy anymore, like, at all almost. Like, it's got to be really spicy for me to notice it. Um, I was really hoping Kyogre would shine long before 3610. I was kind of really hoping not to go this far into this hunt. If I go over odds on it, I'm gonna be so mad. The already torn down to be rebuilt to work for the people. People come together, overcome your ugly doll. Grant you unlimited wishes and me only. See, Jonathan, your response there just proves that I'm a shitty person. It never even occurred to me to make wishes that would help other people. Like, the thought never even occurred to me. I don't know. I think the difference, Jonathan. Like, my first thought was immortality, but then I was like, nah. I would not want to live forever. I barely want to live now. Why would I want to live forever? But then I was trying to think of a middle ground in that. Like, maybe if I could just get like 100 years where I'm like physically capable of enjoying those 100 years. That, you know, that could be a good thing. Give me some time to travel the world, explore, shit like that. You know, experience what I can. And then money, but not like an obscene amount of money. You know what I mean? But like just enough money that I can take care of my family, a couple of my friends, and not have to work anymore. Guaranteed 500K a year. Honestly, I think I'd take just like a $10 million lump sum now. You know what I mean? Because with that, I can buy a big piece of property out in the Midwest somewhere. You know what I mean? Get like 1,000 acres, like in Wyoming or some shit like that. Build like a little community on it. Move all my friends there. And then just kind of hang out, hunt and fish and travel. And just let the money accrue interest and pay for the upkeep of the property and whatnot. Yeah, see, again, Yeti, this is why I'm a shitty person. None of my ideas help the world or people in general. Every idea I have for a wish helps me and the people directly associated with me, and that's it. It's not even that. I just don't trust them not to fuck it up after I fix it for them. Like, why am I gonna make this wish fixing the world for all of you And then you're just gonna go and fuck it up somehow after I'm gone. I don't trust them. I need to make sure my family is secure and that they've got a good future ahead of them, and I'm happy. I'm good with that. At least I take care of my friends, though. Like, I get partial credit for that, right? I would say Wish 1 basically reset me physically to like 28 years old again, right? Reset me to like physically 28. You know, before the knee problems and shit like that, when I still had hope of being, you know, a human being. Like, where I still felt good and healthy, right? Reset me back to like physically, well, you know, let's go 25. Reset me physically to 25. Wish 2, I stay at 25 for 100 years. I don't care what happens after the 100 years. I could die instantly, whatever. Just let me be 25 for 100 years. And then give me $10 million. Those are my 3 wishes. Although, shit, that wouldn't work. Because if I'm 25 for 100 years, but my wife isn't, then I'm just going to watch her grow old and die while I stay young, and that would be shitty. God damn it, that doesn't work either now. Son of a bitch. Damn it, now I don't know. Yeah, but then that removes another wish. So now I don't get my $10 million. I don't get to stay 25 for 100 years. See, I lose a wish there. You know what? Fuck it. Wish 1, make me a vampire. Now I'm immortal, and I can make my wife and kids immortal. That works. It's like you didn't watch Sinners. I did not watch Sinners. You just have to word it then so you Third wish isn't wasted. Yeah, which one? Make me a vampire, right? Because then we're good. I'm immortal, and I can make my family vampires and make them immortal. Wish 2. Now I need $100 million, not 10. Because I need to be able to build a place that would protect us and keep us good. And then I don't know what wish 3 would be. Exactly, John. I would say wish 3 would have to be something along the lines of like something that would make it to where like nobody would ever like suspect us of being vampires. You know what I mean? Like some kind of thing that just anybody that talks to us just gets hypnotized kind of deal, like, and doesn't even have any kind of suspicion that anything's weird. Like, oh, you know, that family's lived in that house out in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming for 300 years now. Like, you know, just nobody even, like, knows we, like, remembers we exist, like, after talking to us. We're just off the grid. Because otherwise, people would come hunt us down, and that wouldn't be good. I'm not even trying to be fun. It's just, like I said, I'm a very simple person. I literally just want 2 things in my life right now at this point. I just want to not worry about money, and I want my family to be okay. Those are the only 2 things I care about right now. I really don't give a fuck about anything else. I don't know. I wish I had more. I wish I had more for you, but no. I just don't want to have to work anymore, and I want my family to be okay. That's sort of the only 2 goals I have in my life. Everything else is whatever. Somebody else's problem. Ugh. Oh, Yeti says slay your enemies. I've been thinking about that comment since it came across, and I don't really really have enemies. I think that's one of the problems in my life. I haven't done enough to create enemies. I need to be more active in the world. If you're not creating enemies, you're doing something wrong. I need to start creating some enemies worth slaying. I think that's what my life is missing right now. I need an antagonist. I've got a lot of people that just don't tolerate me, but I don't really have anybody in my life that just absolutely hates me. And I think I need to fix that. Yeah, wait. What do you mean you absolutely hate me? What the hell? Why are you watching my stream then? Oh. Well, I'm just talking about how I need an enemy. I need somebody to hate me. And you said, yeah, me, Arthur. So it sounded like you were saying you hate me. I was confused. Ah, gotcha. You want enemies too. I'm trying to remember who said. There was an old saying that, like, what is it, like, if you have enemies, you're doing something right, or something like that. I forget how the saying goes exactly. I tell you what, I'm about to be Kyogre's enemy if it doesn't shine soon. Oh god, whose Cinnabons do you want to clap now? Let's hear it. Natasha Nice, again, somebody I don't know. Unfamiliar with her work. Apparently, Yeti, apparently. And I like that mattress actress. I like how you worded that. Why you always blue? Why? I've made it very clear I don't want you blue. Change your damn color. The whale is blue. The whale is blue. The goddamn whale is blue. See who gets that reference. Not sure you're only after 2. I mean, so far you've named 2. We'll see how many more you come up with, but so far you're at 2. Stupid tie ropes. Gamer respect game. That was a liar reference. Fuck yes, Yeti. Any more than 2 is too much. I mean, I would say any more than 2 at the same time is too much. Come on. Ugh. God damn it. This cough will not go away. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba, I'm hating it. You blue. All right, 3650. 3650 coming up on Kyogre, guys. This will be the last check of the night. I do have work in the morning, so I do have to try to get some rest. I gotta be up. Fuck, what's my time is my first meeting tomorrow? That would be important information, you know? Oh, cool. I don't have any meetings tomorrow. Fuck yeah. I have a meeting at 11 and at 2. Or 11, I'll have a half-hour meeting at 11 and then 2:30 to 3:30. Hell yeah. And Kyogre, still blue. All right, one more bunny. Get to 370. No shine on the bunny. All right, guys, I'm going to go get some rest, get ready for work in the morning. Oop, wrong screen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Appreciate y'all being here with me. Like I said, I should be on tomorrow night, but it'll be a last-minute decision. Look for me around 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern time. If I'm going to be on, it'll be around then. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll catch you next time.